Do it
Go
together.
ahead,
Do it
Ellie.
together.
The UN Human Rights Office released a report about violence in eastern Ukraine and civilian deaths. They say that between the beginning of the conflict there and mid-August, the civilian death toll is at 2,600. Does the State Department share that belief in that number is correct? And do you have any comment on that report?
I don't have any verification of the exact numbers, but I will say that obviously the impact on civilian casualties is an area that we certainly are concerned about, and we have been encouraging both sides to take steps to reduce and prevent the deaths of civilians. Obviously, there are certain areas where there is fighting back and forth, and Ukraine is defending the sovereignty of their own country. So that's important context, but we've seen throughout this conflict over the last several months that unfortunately there have been civilians who have been victims of the back and forth.
And this report also cites the fact that the death toll has increased there's now 36 people killed each day in fighting between mid-July and mid-August. That's versus 11 people killed a day between mid-May and mid-July. This building has frequently cited the Ukrainian military's restraint in fighting. Is that escalation that the UN report cites an example of restraint being shown by the Ukrainian military?
Well, Ellie, I think, one, we don't want to see civilian casualties anywhere in Ukraine or any country, of course. And this is a case, though, of the Ukrainian government defending the sovereignty of their own country. This wouldn't be the case at all if Russian separatists moved out of Ukraine, if Russia moved their supplies, their military equipment, their financing out of Ukraine. And I think we have to remember what the source is here. But with that all being said, we certainly continue to encourage both sides to act in a way that reduces the impact on civilians.
Jen, have you already, I'm sorry if you've addressed this already, responded to the idea from President Putin that Kiev should be discussing statehood for the rebel eastern districts. Is this something that, where does the United States stand on that idea?
Well, certainly we support the territorial integrity of Ukraine as we have from the beginning, and that wouldn't be consistent with that. But it's disingenuous, in our view, for people including the Russians, who have ignored a range of proposals by President Poroshenko, including those that would offer greater autonomy, to be putting out new proposals when there can be a discussion about what's been in place and what's been on the table for months now.
I just want to